I'm sitting here with Joey Bourdon. Had a looked like it had kind of a rough day, but you still squeaked it into the semis. How? Tell us how your day went today. Today we had 3 qualifiers. For those that are going to be watching this, how did your day go, and how did you guys overcome the adversity to put yourself in a position to make the finals?
Yeah, so it's definitely been a tough day, to say the least. Kind of been like chasing setup on the cars a little bit, getting closer and closer, and overall I think the Techno team is doing really well, which is always good to see, and just kind of trying to get consistent runs in because that's all I can do right now. But I was able to qualify 20th overall, which will be in the semis, so not exactly where I'd love to be, starting lower down as I'm trying to get a position for the A final, but yeah, we're in it, so go from there.
What did you have to do today to your vehicle? You know, what were the things you were changing, trying? What helped you the most, put in a couple decent runs?
So I'd say the biggest thing is probably diffs. We've been really messing with the diffs a lot, going up in oil, going down in oil, because the track seems to change a lot from the morning to midday to late day. So every single run we're trying to chase that setup and make sure that we're on the right setup for the right conditions with how much the conditions are changing. It just feels like a different track every time we go out there. So it's really tough to kind of get that setup dialed in.
Yeah. So being a J Concepts driver, I'm seeing these tires after 10 minutes come off bald.
Right.
We got an hour-long main, a 30-minute semi. Like, what are you guys thinking right now that's going to help you overcome the tire wear situation? I mean, I'm not seeing anyone run big pin or long wear style tires right now. They're all running what's quickest to try to get into the show. What are we doing to try to run an hour main right now? Yeah,
so absolutely during qualifying we're always going to be trying to go the fastest we can. So that involves softer tires, and those obviously will burn off quicker, but during the main we're going to switch to some longer wear ones, some golds. And that should be. Are
you going to go to a different pattern or something with more tread? Or
I've been really liking the relapse as far as the silver compound goes, but I'm thinking whenever we switch to gold, we'll go to the double bars because the carcass is a little bit thicker. You get a little bit better wear, and it's better when it's a slick. So that'll be something that we're kind of keeping in mind as we try to get into the main here. And obviously, I think the driving style is just going to have to change a little bit too. During the qualifying, we're pushing really, really hard and trying to get in the fastest times that we can. But during the main, it's a lot longer, and we're trying to focus on consistency a little bit more, try not to wear out the car. As this track is really abrasive, it's going to wear out the tires, wear out the car, wear out the diffs, so we're going to be trying to calm it down a little bit.
What has it been like in the Techno pits this week with everything going on? I mean, obviously it's been a crazy different week. We talked about it with other guests. What's it been like for you, and how has it been like the teammate camaraderie, like the sharing of information? Is Techno right now trying to get all of their guys to the top and then fight it out in the main, or are people holding back? Yeah, absolutely. There's no favoritism in our team, which I really enjoy. Everybody works together very well. We have obviously Mayfield, we have Wiggins, we have Seth. 3 different driving styles, 3 different guys, 3 different car setups, but everybody's kind of working together to the same goal. And obviously, with how much the track is changing, we're having to share a lot of information, and that helps a lot. Like not trying to work on by yourself, and kind of. It also helps that you guys are all on the same tire too. Right, it does. Yeah. That's something that it's interesting because, me being part of the S-Works team, we have multiple tire brands, but everyone on the same car. Obviously engines and servos are important, but tire and chassis setup come down to a big part of it. So, like, what has been the biggest change that has helped you guys move forward on the car with Techno in the team pits? Yeah, so we're testing some stuff right now. Obviously, we have the Worlds here next year, so it's important that we make sure we get the car as good as we can before that. So yeah, we're testing some stuff. I'm not sure how deep they want me to go into that, but it's to do with the suspension and kind of just the geometry of the car. It helps a little bit more on the high grip stuff. Obviously, I think we have one of the best, if not the best car on the low grip, but the high grip, we're kind of a lot different than a lot of the other cars as far as just how the car is built, Yeah. So, yeah, we're working on it and making big gains. Like Mayfield, Seth, they're doing really well. I think Mayfield qualified in top
top 4.
Yeah, I would assume he's in the up near the top. I know obviously Dakota has TQ'd at this point,
Right.
but there's definitely. I mean, Seth had a really, really great day.
Right. Yeah, Seth was.
So Techno cars are definitely between Mayfield, Seth. I don't know where Wiggins is. You made the semi. I mean, there's going to be a flock of you guys in the semi. So that's fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of these companies that are trying to make it, but Techno, in my opinion, I've watched them really make strides over the last decade, and watching them, it's been really, really cool. They've picked you guys up at young ages, you and Cole, and anybody really that they've had for a long period of time.
Right.
It's really fun to watch the progression of you guys. So I got 2 questions for you before I let you go. Number 1, what did you think about this week in the format and the change? You've been to a few Roar Nats in your day so far. So, and you've done a lot of electric racing. I believe you've gone to most of the E-Nats the last few years. So, what do you think about it being combined and where it's going?
I think it was a good idea. The execution, I think, could have used a little bit of work, especially on practice day and qualifying day for the first 3 classes. It was just really, really busy and honestly pretty stressful and exhausting for a lot of the guys out here. I've never been so not tired where I want to go to sleep, but tired where I just want to sit down and do nothing, So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely stuff to work on, but, they're trying stuff, and that's important. I've seen Clayton walk around and ask guys for their feedback, which is really cool. It's good to see the Federation, trying to make improvements. That's what we need. We need a president like Clayton who's, trying. And that's what we have right now, which is cool. It's kind of a test year, I feel like, as far as the program goes, as it being the first year. But yeah, they'll make improvements on it, and now that we're on to Nitro Buggy, it's a lot better just running the one class, getting to kind of focus on the one car, and I think that's kind of nice to be able to have that time to work on each car individually, instead of we were going out in all our practice runs and qualifying runs on the first 2 days and just having no time. We were running, doing diffs, doing shocks, running, doing diffs, doing shocks, running, making this setup change, making that setup change. It was a little bit too much, but we all made it through it and kind of live on to see another Roar Nats.
Yep, that's for sure. All right, and final question: what is your favorite section of this specific track build?
It's a good question.
Favorite and least favorite. Let's go with that too, because I'd like to know what you don't like about it.
Got to think of where I'm crashing the most. In that last qual, I had a 53 or 54 second lap because I messed up on the back straight and went off the track. So that's probably my least favorite right now. But as far as favorite goes, I don't know. The whole track is pretty flowy. It feels really good. I like the right side, the double, and then the double, single, or triple step up on the right side. The left side kind of switchbacks is like stairs that go down. It's a lot of fun. I think it's really, really fast paced, which is kind of difficult to race on, just because we're all pushing really hard and trying to make passes isn't the easiest. But yeah, it's a good test of our skill levels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that whoever can put the most pressure on somebody in front of them is going to cause mistakes without any kind of incidental touching or anything.
You saw the end of the Truggy Main was probably one of the craziest races. With Mayfield and Fenn, I could not fathom the pressure that they put on each other. To be able to even go straight or make a turn whenever you're under that pressure on the last couple laps trying to get that win, it's pretty crazy. And you saw both of them crack a couple times at the end of that race. So and you never see that out of those guys. So that's how tough it is out here. That's how tough the competition is. And that
race was intense. You could have just watched the last 5 minutes of it and been happy to see it, but the whole race was good. So. Well, Joey, good luck, man. I'm rooting for you. I think that if you make it in the final, everyone's got a chance. Mm-hmm. You've been kicking butt. We had Joey on. If you guys hadn't watched it, we had Joey on the live show with Chase and myself a few weeks ago. Avid fan. He called us his favorite podcast, so we adore this little dude right here. And wish him luck. And we'll see you guys back with someone soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the videos, help us out. We love doing it for you. Until next time. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.